Mirasee.
If you want someone to say yes to something, ask yourself, have I maximized trust, and is my offer easy to understand and irresistible from a no-brainer standpoint in terms of value versus cost?
Hello and welcome to Blowing Up, the podcast that shows entrepreneurs like you how other businesses exploded in the best possible way. I'm Linda Claire Puig, the founder and CEO of Six Figure Newsletters. And I'm here with my co-host, Ari Eni, the head of strategy for the ACES Business Acceleration Program at Mirasee.
Hey there, Linda.
In each episode of Blowing Up, we showcase an entrepreneur whose business, yes, blew up. It experienced what seemed to be a sudden success, but as we all know, that kind of success is not random or a fluke. The company employed a specific strategy that caused its rapid rise in revenue. So today we're going to dive deep into that strategy so that you can learn from it and determine how you might apply elements of it to your business. In this episode, we explore fast revenue laser coaching. It's a really exciting model that has helped hundreds of coaches to blow up their business and reclaim their time to focus on other activities. Our guest is the creator of this model, Rob Goyette, who's been serving coaches and leaders in the coaching niche since 2007. Rob joins us from Puerto Rico, where he lives with his wife and two sons. Welcome to Rob. Now let's jump right into the conversation.
So I know that what causes clients to say yes to us is a combination of two things. It's trust and an irresistible offer. And I knew the people on my email list trusted me. And so I thought, what if, crazy idea, I offered coaching in 15-minute laser-focused sessions where we just figured out, okay, here's what needs to happen. You hang up, I'll hang up, and we'll meet after we've made some progress. And so I packaged this up and I sent it out to my list. I said, you get a year of unlimited 15-minute laser coaching sessions with me, and you can have as many as you want, but there's a homework rule. And this is where I'm so glad I did this, because the homework rule says you've got to do the homework we agree on the call. You have to do that before you schedule your next session. And I limited it to 8 people because I thought this might be a big mistake. I might find myself going crazy for $997 giving people a year of unlimited 15-minute coaching sessions. But on the other hand, I was kind of tight for money at the time, and I thought, okay, well, if it brings in $8,000, that'll help me. I can sort of take a deep breath and figure out how to manage these 8 clients. So I sent it out, and all 8 spots filled up, and then I sent it out a month later, and 8 more spots filled up. A total of 50 people signed up over the course of a year. What surprised me is that the average client was having between 7 and 8 coaching sessions over the course of a year in total. And so they had a lot during the first month, but then it kind of trailed off. It's kind of like a gym membership where people sign up in January and they're working out every day. But then by February, they're working out less. And by March, working out less. And by October, they're probably not even going to the gym at all. And so to use that metaphor, I was allowing people to join my gym for a year at a time. And we'd work out really hard during that first month. But after that, it started to trail off. And I felt okay with that because the understanding was you're getting me for a bargain price of what works out to less than $84 a month for a year of this. You just need to do your homework and I'm here. So anytime someone scheduled a session, of course, I showed up and I gave my all. And some people scheduled like 20 sessions. So I did have some people really use it. But on the flip side, some people had only 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. I have a testimonial somewhere that the person only had 1 session with me and said that session paid for the whole program. So I know it was good coaching in those 15 minutes.
So as a coach, this is fascinating to me. Do you feel like there are specific kinds of coaches that this would work better for or work less well for?
If a coach in any niche has trust with their audience, that their audience trusts them as a person and trusts them as the expert who can help them get the results they want, if that trust is in place, then all they need is an irresistible offer. And the irresistible offer needs to be easy to understand, and it needs to be a no-brainer in terms of value. And it works in every niche that I'm aware of. It's worked in spiritual niches, health niches, relationship niches.
So it's 15-minute sessions that they can book whenever they want. They need to do the homework between sessions. And as you were explaining it, and then you got to that homework clause, I was like, oh, phew, okay, yes, that makes sense then. How do you track that?
Coaches can do it their own way. They can be as rigid and strict as they like with the homework. I'm very abundant and flexible. I like to also bundle in unlimited email support in between calls. And if it makes more sense than me spending an hour typing out a really thoughtful email, I might say, let's just hop on another 15-minute call. And they're grateful for that extra call. So as far as enforcing the homework, I'm pretty casual about it. But some of my students, yeah, they're a little more rigid. They're saying, you've got to do your homework. And they might have an online system where the client can upload it and check it off. And that's fine too. It's really whatever works for the coach. But where I'm not relaxed is when someone goes ahead and they schedule like 4 or 5 sessions in the future. I nip that in the bud. And so what I do is, let's say they schedule 5 weeks in a row with me because they're excited and they know they're going to do their homework and all this. I'll cancel the last 3. So I'll actually let them keep 2. I'll say, hey, Ari, I noticed that you scheduled a bunch of coaching sessions with me. Please remember that the reason that this is such an affordable program is that there's accountability for you to do your homework before you schedule your next call. What I found is that sometimes when people schedule a bunch of calls in the future, they either don't show up for those calls or they cancel at the last minute, and that's a spot someone else could have taken. So I went ahead and I canceled 3 out of those 5 that you scheduled. We'll go ahead and have the next 2, but after that, please don't schedule another session until you've done your homework.
Other than having an audience, I mean, you need someone to sell this to. All you need is a booking link. So you don't need any special systems. This does not need to be complicated.
There are like 4 pieces of technology in my course that I cover. You need something to take notes with, and that can be a notepad and a pen. It doesn't have to be high technology. You need to have a way to talk to them. I recommend Zoom, and I recommend recording the calls for the client and then sending those recordings to the client afterward. It feels like a valuable asset to them. So Zoom is great for doing that. Having an online calendar and a scheduler allows you to really control when things happen. The other piece of technology, payment. Some schedulers have built-in payment gateways, so that's great. But if not, then coaches can use whatever they're using to currently collect money, and just the little thank you email that goes out has the link to your calendar. The first call is actually 30 minutes instead of 15 to allow the coach and the client to get to know each other. And that's also the guarantee window. If during that call, either one of us feels like it's not perfect for you, we'll end the coaching and I'll send you your money back. But after we hang up, it's understood that you've committed to this year of coaching and you've already paid for it, so I don't have to chase you that way.
When did it occur to you that, okay, this is working and I feel really successful with this?
So I realized that the model is awesome for a coach who needs some money right now, needs some clients right now, needed to be an easy yes for clients to sign up. And I also realized maybe I don't want to work Monday through Thursday and do all this coaching. So I actually brought other coaches onto my team to do the laser coaching. But I'll tell you something really interesting. This was not strategically planned. But I noticed that when laser coaching clients would slow down with their calls, they were open to spending more money and working with me at a higher level. It's sort of like you join that gym, you're not working out, and the gym says, oh, maybe you'd like a personal trainer. What we've done anyway is say, why don't we take the $997 you've spent on the laser coaching and apply it to this higher end program? In my case, it was a VIP weekend. And so that way they saw 2 benefits there. Number one, they saw a $1,000 discount on the VIP weekend, but more importantly, they saw that they got the laser coaching for free, which helped them save face that they didn't use it as much. But what it really did from a sales and marketing standpoint is those 7 or 8 sessions, we built deep, deep trust. I got to know them, they got to know me. And then when they realized they could work with me at this deeper level, this higher price, they jumped on board. I sold a lot of VIP weekends from laser coaching clients by letting them apply that initial low investment of $997 to a higher investment in the $8,000 to $10,000 range.
So would you say that over the course of a year, your business really exploded?
Whew.
A lot of people take a lot longer than a year, but I'm just guessing that yours was fairly rapid.
I mean, definitely stumbling over this laser coaching model was tremendous. After about doing it for a year, I looked back and said, hey, I could teach other coaches to do this because I was casually teaching my friends how to do it and they were getting clients. So when I packaged it up into a course, that was really exciting. And so it kind of blew up again. I've sold like $785,000 worth of my course that teaches coaches how to do this coaching model. So the course itself became really successful.
You're just an idea generator, aren't you?
Thank you. I do feel like I have a little bit of a gift there, but what it all comes down to is that formula that I mentioned earlier, the trust and an irresistible offer. I'm always asking myself, how can I maximize trust with a prospect or a client? And how can I make the offer as easy to understand and provide as much value contrasted with small price? How can I make it a no-brainer?
So what happened in your life? Like from I need to pay my bills to oozing and exploding abundance. Did you like go out and buy a new house, or did you take a trip?
I bought an inflatable hot tub for like $300. That was cool. But it was in Colorado Springs, and so it froze up in the winter and didn't work, and had to get another one. So I mean, yeah, little things like that.
Plus, you moved to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's awesome living in Puerto Rico. Love it here. We like everything about Puerto Rico except for, and I could give you a laundry list of little things like hurricanes, potholes, and not speaking Spanish. But overall, we love it here.
Those don't sound like little things to me. Hurricanes.
Well, if you're prepared, if you're prepared. And we wouldn't have water problems if we were prepared. We've had let's call it a cistern in our backyard for a year that's supposed to hold 600 gallons of water. So if we ever run out of water, we have it. But we're having problems with the contractor right now. So I need to either increase trust or make him a more irresistible offer to get that done.
Mm-hmm.
I love that that's the basis for.
I haven't found an exception to it.
Wow. Bing, that's something to write down.
Going back to the kind of strategic side of things, would you generally recommend this is an additional offer for a coach to add to whatever other coaching they're already doing? Is this maybe the main offer? Like, how do you see that fitting into someone's suite of offerings?
I had somebody watch my webinar and reach back and say, okay, so you got 50 clients in a year at $1,000. That's only $50,000. You're not getting rich off this thing. I was like, you're absolutely right. So laser coaching, it can be sold as the front end offer. You can send some emails out to your list, and then perhaps the part of your list that would never buy anything at a higher price, they might say yes to the laser coaching. That's what I found. So it's good for getting those people who don't quite trust you enough yet or understand your main offers. It's good for getting them into your world to build that trust and then make higher end offers. So it's good for that. Mm-hmm. It also, though, works really well as a downsell. If you're having a free strategy session on a Zoom call and the person says, I'd love to work with you for $3,000 a month or whatever, I just can't swing that kind of money. You can say, oh, that's okay. And the reason why is I've come up with another way that we can work together. It'll give you a year of unlimited 15-minute laser-focused coaching sessions with me for what works out to be less than $84 a month. As a downsell, that is super irresistible. It also lends itself to the upsell of higher-end programs. I sold VIP weekends, but you could add on, mastermind or whatever would be even more irresistible than the laser coaching. The key is, though, to let them apply what they spent on that first purchase toward the second one.
You've said multiple times, send an email out to your list. If someone doesn't have a list, would you still recommend having this, I guess, as the downsell?
One guy comes to mind in particular. His name's Rob Braun. He sent out the laser coaching offer out to 6 people, and all 6 signed up. It's the trust and irresistible offer. Those people trusted him. I had a client flying out to Colorado Springs to see me for a VIP weekend. She enrolled the passenger on the airplane sitting next to her. They began talking.
Oh, wow.
They built trust, and she made her irresistible offer, and he signed up as a coaching client. I've had other people speak to groups. I was at a networking event, and I signed up 10 laser coaching clients. I had a little credit card swiper on my phone. I built rapport and trust with a potential client, explained my irresistible offer, and swiped that credit card and sold 10 of them at this event by wandering around. You could be interviewed on a podcast. However you can get in front of your ideal audience, whether it's one at a time or more leveraged in a group, if you build trust and make your irresistible offer, if you do those 2 things, people will say yes. If you want someone to say yes to something, ask yourself, have I maximized trust, and is my offer easy to understand and irresistible from a no-brainer standpoint in terms of value versus cost?
So let's talk. I actually have a number of clients who've used Rob's method, and they love it. It's quick revenue, easy to deliver, impactful for clients, and a good entry point to other offers that you might have. And don't forget that you can use laser coaching as both a front-end offer to get clients in the door who may later sign up for higher priced offers, and as a downsell offer, always in your back pocket if people can't afford your higher level offers right now. Huge thanks again to Rob for that wonderful walkthrough of a really easy and really fast way to blow up your revenue. And be sure to get Rob's download for you. It's called Fast Revenue Coaching, how to quickly add coaching revenue into your bank account in as little as 4 days. It's available to you as a PDF special report or a 26-minute webinar, or both. And you can grab your copy of it at blowingup.rocks/Rob. That's blowingup.rocks/Rob.
This episode of Blowing Up was produced by Linda Claire Puig. Cynthia Lam is our managing producer, and Danny Eni, our executive producer. Post-production by Post Office Sound. To make sure you catch all the really great episodes of Blowing Up, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening right now. And if you like the show, we'd love it if you could leave us a starred review or share the show with a friend. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.